Hello guys, it's Wairimu here from wairimueats, and I'm back with another interesting video kama kawaida. So guys, today I'm going to show you how to make very soft and tender and very delicious liver, or is it maini, and make sure you watch till the end so that you can get to know how to make this amazing maini. And if it's the first time you're seeing this face, I am Wairimu from wairimueats, and in this channel we make very abnormally delicious recipes. So make sure you go and see my other videos and see what content I make. And if you love what I'm doing, please support my channel by just hitting that subscribe button, then you hit the bell so that you can get notified whenever I post. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Karibu sana. And if you're returning and you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, or your subscribe button is red, guys, it means you're not subscribed. So you hit that subscribe button and it will magically change color, and then it will bring up a bell, and when you see the bell, you hit the bell so that you can get notified whenever I post. And without wasting any more time, situende tupike. Guys, I'm back to show you the ingredients that we'll need for this delicious liver. We'll start obviously with some liver. I'm using half a kg of liver, and in a few I'm going to show you how we're going to deal with this liver so that you can make sure it is very soft and not chewy. We'll also need one red onion. I'm using one large one, and I'm also going to need some garlic and ginger. For these two, I'm going to show you how we are going to mince them and to make a paste. And we'll also need 3 tomatoes. I'm using a medium-sized tomatoes or 2 large tomatoes. For this, you're going to blend them. If you don't have a blender, you can remove the skin, then you cut them into very small cubes. But if you prefer your skin on, you can just cut them into very small cubes. It will still work. And we'll also need tomato paste, some tomato paste for this recipe, and some fresh coriander. I'm using just a little bit. And we'll also need some spring onions. If you don't have spring onions, you can use some green capsicum, or you can use both for very amazing flavor. And for this recipe, the spices that we'll need are garam masala. As I tell you, this is a very nice mixed spice. It will get everything together. It will tie everything together. We also need some roiko. I'm using beef because I'm using beef liver. We also need paprika for that pop-up color, so that your food can paprika. And we also need curry powder. This is very nice, but if you don't have it, it's still fine. We also going to need thyme. It's been long before I said thyme. I know it's been a minute. And we're going to need thyme for this recipe. We're also going to need salt and some black pepper. And for this recipe, if you don't have the above spices that I've said, you can use any that you have. And if you're not sure of which spices to use, I am just a comment away. You can just write down in the comment section down below, and I will answer you on which spices that if you're not sure of what to use. And now let me show you how we're going to prepare our liver. For this liver, we are going to start by removing the membrane. So this membrane is what makes the liver to tend to be chewy, since when it cooks, it tends to shrink. After shrinking, it makes the liver to be very chewy. So we are going to remove this membrane. It's sometimes very slippery, but you can put your meat in the freezer for a few minutes, just like 20 minutes, then it will come out more easily. So I'm going to remove this so that you can make sure that it is not chewy. So guys, now I'm done removing the membrane. We're not going to chop this into cubes. I'm going to aim for 1-inch cubes. Guys, I'm back to show you how we're going to throw this down. I'm done preparing all the ingredients that we need for this recipe. It's now time we make this amazing liver. So I'm going to start by putting some oil on my pan. Then we're going to let the pan to get a little bit hot. Now that my oil is a little bit hot, I'm going to add in my onions. And I'm going to stir this. We're going to let these onions cook for about 2 minutes or until they're soft. Then we're going to come back and add our garlic. Now that my onions are ready, you can see they have starting to turn brown just slightly. I'm now going to add my garlic. So I've added my garlic, and garlic is starting to become fragrant. At this point, I'm now going to add my green pepper. I'm going to take my green peppers and add them in so that they can also cook well. We're going to let them cook till they're soft. 2 minutes down the line, I think my green capsicums are ready. I'm now going to add my liver. Now my liver has been sitting for a while, and I'm not going to stir everything in. You can see the awesome color because it was frying with the oil from the onions. I love how beautiful the green pepper and the onions and the liver have come together. I'm now going to add my tomatoes that I blended. These are the blended tomatoes. I'm going to add them in. I'm going to stir this in. So you can see how beautiful it looks. At this point is when I'm going to add my spices and my tomato paste. So I'm adding them at this point so that they can cook evenly and they will cook together with the meat so that they can be absorbed and have enough time to be absorbed in the meat. I'm going to add the tomato paste. And we are going to start this in and let the tomato paste to cook for a minute before we add our spices. We're going to let this cook for just about 1 minute. I'm now going to take the roiko that I put in some water so that I can make sure it's well dissolved. Then I'm going to pour this in. Now I'm sure that the roiko will spread evenly in the dish. I'm going to start to ensure that It's well spread. This smells so nice. So after I'm sure it's well spread and well distributed, I'm now going to add my paprika and my other spices. I'm going to go in with some thyme, followed by my garam masala, some curry powder, and for some great color, I'm going to add my smoked paprika. I'm going to continue stirring this in. Then I'm going to put 1 cup of water. I'm going to put 1 cup of water so that the spices and the meat can continue to cook. We're just going to stir this in. I'm going to cover this and let it simmer for 5 minutes on high heat. 5 minutes later, wow, the water has cooked out. The meat is cooked through. You can see how beautiful this looks. Now we are going to add our salt and our black pepper. Add my salt to taste. And I'm also going to add my black pepper to taste. And if you're not sure if your meat is ready, the best way to know if it's ready, it's just by taking one piece and tasting it. If you taste it and you feel that it's okay, the better than just estimating by your eyes and maybe it's not ready. But you cook your meat according to, some meat can be tender and some can be more tough. So you taste your food so that you can know if it's ready. At this point, I'm going to taste and see if my salt is enough. Perfect. Now I'm just going to take my coriander so that I can garnish. I'm going to take this coriander and we're going to garnish. We're going to stir this in, and as I always tell you, coriander should not get cooked. You just steam it for some minutes, then you cover your food. You can see how beautiful it looks. This is so amazing. Now our food is ready to serve.